Anunnaki's alien gods, um, daughter of Enki. Maybe, I don't know, some confunded this being with a star in an eye. I'm not sure. However, her name is Ninsar, is the Green Lady, also known as the Green Lady. But this one, they portray her too beautiful, but I believe this is a demoness, very ugly. She's not as beautiful as it shows here. Those ninsa, the demoness of sacrifice, is a butcher. She butchers, could be human or animals. Accursed, not divine, accursed the butcher, because whoever butchers is a demon. It could be human or whatever, it's all demon. Ninsa was a Mesopotamian demoness, commonly associated with the preparation of meat. So it says a lot about this entity. This could be also a male energy passing up as a tranny female. The reading of her name remains uncertain, and its possible etymology appears to be unrelated to her role in the Mesopotamian pantheon. She was chiefly worshipped in Nippur through her original cult center once the settlement Abinagar name. The reading of the teonym written in cuneiform as Ninsar remains uncertain. It could be Nima, the lover of Enki. Nima, the one who helped to change the primordial humans DNA together with her lover brother. So blah 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 blah. Instead, argue that the correct reading might be so who cares? The name Nisa usually is translated to Lady Greenery, Lady Demoness, or Lady Greens. One hymn to Nuska might contain a play on the name in the word sea, referring to the color green. Demoness, Sicilian demoness, ugly like hell, pretend to be a human. Antoine Covino and Manfred Creberny noted that the name's meaning show no direct connection to her artistic functions. Yeah, I don't think that she's a nature person. She or he is not really a good person of nature. These are demons. Nisa should not be confused with Ninza, Lady of All, while alongside the matching male deity Insa appears in the enumeration of ancestors of Enlil. In sources the god released N and Nu in the incantation series Surpu. Nisa was associated with meat. Yeah, they make sacrifice with humans and animals. It was often described as the butch of a cow. Her face, I would think, had a real face, ugly face, they look like a butcher. As already attested in text from the reign of Shugi, and even earlier text from Lagash from the reign of Urukagina calls her the butcher of Nigesu. She could also be referred to with the epithet she would make the food good. She is also attested in the role of a divine housekeeper. In early dynasty texts refer to her as an artisan or carpenter. In various documents, she appears in enumerations of the courtier of Enlil. With the sequence of Ninima in Enugi and Kusu, Ninsa, Nikashi, and Nimada, correctly to source An Anu in the so-called canonical temple list. Her husband was the god Iragal, who, like her, was associated with Naivas. And those are demons. These are not gods, are demons. He is partially attested in while he was likely distinct in origin from the Beta Node era. She is a demon just like many here in human body. Not much else is possible to determine about him with certainty Based on available documents, it might have been associated with the destruction caused by storm. Yeah, demons love destruction. Worship. In the early dynastic period, ninsar was worshipped in multiple cities by the devils. There are seeds there in that place, that areas, ancient Sumeria. For example, Nippur and Shuruppa have main cult center in the period when Zabinagash also had a temple in the state of Pilagash with Barunu Mijina. Evidence for the worship of ninsar is available from Umar, from whoever worship heaven is Satanists. In the Kassite and Middle Babylonian period, the temple ninsar exists in Nippur, and it's possible that it can be identified if the Isulu Hatuma house water for the cleansing ritual. Cleansing ritual of what? Children? Animals? Which is assigned to her in the so-called canonical temple list without a location specified. The theophoric name Ur is common in source from the early dynasty and UR3 periods. The name invoking Hera known too and continue to appear on the record from the Old Babylonian period. This is trash. They make trouble for the dead and for good people here and the animals. Mythology and the myth Enki and Ninsar appear as one of the 7 sisters of the eponymous goddess. The other 6 being Ninima, Susiana, Nimug, Nimada, Mumudu, and hey, what a ugly name. They do not appear together their wives, however. In this myth, they are collectively described as Sasuratu, terms that collectively refer to Nima, helpers. And I see how they have this so-called people that came from Asia to Americas, the so-called Amerindians. They have the same name, almost the same name, like Mumudu, Saswaratu. All these are these people who also have a fit and Sirius. And Enki and herself is the daughter of the eponymous deities, and in turn becomes the mother of ninkurra. That is known as the first brick, which functions as a formula recited during temple renovations. Ninsar is listed among the deities created by Yah, who is her father, supposed father Enki, and also could be him, a part of him, that transgender. To provide human goods, they could in turn offer to the gods. You see, good for them, good for the Satanists who worship these people. Did I understood properly? Ninsar is listed among the deities created by Ea, who is Enki, from clay to provide humans with goods they could in turn offer to the gods. A fragment of a myth known from Abu Salabik mentions Ninsar slaughtering cattle and sheep while Nikasi brewed beer. Not enough that they slaughter. It's okay if they shoot, at least 2 shoot in the head to kill at once. It will give less pain to the animals. No, what they do, they slaughter, they kill the animal by strike a machete on the forehead, on the head. The poor thing is there on the floor, kind of having a seizure, and then they start to butcher them to death, blathering them to death, hammer them with sticks or whatever. Some of them, before they kill the animals, they beat them like hell. In all culture they do that. No such things because we do this if we rights, we kill the animals using rights because it's better for the name of God. And that's some nonsense. A kill is a kill. It's like my older brother-in-law who is now almost 90-year-old. He's an atheist, but his parents were Jew from Italy, and he used to tell, nonsense, a kill is a kill, whether it's done in the name of a god or not, that's rubbish. And he wants to write because he's very straightforward man. I like his style. So I don't know why people would ever worship this kind of devils. For me, this is devils. It's the same one that create havoc here for the Satanists who worship them, and everybody else, the innocents, the animals. And here we have another of his daughter, Ninkurra. Supposedly his daughter, demoness Ninkurra. Ninkurra in southern Mesopotamia, husband of Asher, daughter of Enki, primordial deity Ninku, and Mary and Emma. Ninku might be a title because they are royal, so they have titles. Name of multiple Mesopotamian deities, children Ninima or Acha, and the Miss Enki and Nihursag. Ninkurra or Ninku was a name of multiple Mesopotamian deities. Multiple, Ninkurra, also known as Ninku, is a reptilian, serious alien demoness. Was a name of multiple Mesopotamian deities, including the diverse artisan, presumably couple trees. There is no agreement among researchers if this Ninkurra corresponds to the identically named goddess appearing in the myth Enki and Ninsar. A different deity named Ninkur appears in enumerations of ancestors of Enlil, but there it says is daughter of Enki, unless these two deities here are the same thing. And God lists. This theonym was also employed as a logogram to represent the name of a goddess worshipped in Mari and Emar in their threats, possibly to be identified as the wife of Dagon Shalash. Dagon was Enki, the Dogun. Ninkurra in southern Mesopotamia, the Ninkurra or Ninku is a spatial testing source from southern Mesopotamia. The Tiberi's name exists according to Dina Katz. All of them were female demonies, though in a more recent publication, Josephine Fashina and Michel Tanre point out a reference to a male Ninkurra and the godless Anu. Niku alternately Niku appears with Nagadi and with Jessica Ninu. Sometimes the collective term Ilmare or Mani. Ilimare. This is an African name when used to describe a group of such deities, and contains state that various artisan deities, including Ninkurra, were created by Ea from clay. Ninkurra was regarded as sculptress, but the material she was believed to work varies between source of misty incantation connects her precious and semi-precious stones, while in inscription of Sennacherib instead mentioned limestone. Daughter of Enki, and the myth Enki and Nihursag, a goddess named Ninkurra, is a daughter of the eponymous god born from incestuous encounter between him and Ninisi, which is half sister of Enki, or Nihursag, who was his sister and also his lover. Subsequently, she also becomes his victim. Of course, he also embellished his daughter. And what are all the men, disgusting all the men, and they been ugly like hell. I rather die than be violated by an ugly father like that. And depending on the version, she is either the mother of Ninima and thus grandmother of Asha, or the mother of the later goddess if Ninima is skipped. According to Nina Katz, it remains uncertain why any of the goddesses who appear in this section of the myth were selected by these compilers for their respective roles. Louis Felipe interprets this version of Ninkurra as a goddess of the mountains based on the literal meaning of her name, and argued that she was the same as the craftsman deity, whose role as a divine sculptor, according to this theory, would point out the origin of material divine statues were made of. However, Anthony Cavanaugh and Manfred Cabernet consider them to be two separate deities. Husband of how come she's husband if he's a female? Of Asha. In a late tradition documented list annual Nikurra, this case males appear to husband of Asha. Go to Cavanaugh. And Asha is a female name. What a confused thing, confused studies, searching in, a mess. Primordial deity, another goddess with the same name, Nikur, occurs alongside a male deity named Inkor, and is also called Enki, Niki deities, the ancestors of Enlil. The pairing Ka Niku is attested in the Old Babylonian and unknown Purana. And Anu itself is a goddess known as a copy from Mari. Niku and Mary and Ma. A father deity represented by the logogram Nikur, also attested in Mari, for the first time appearing in a list of bread offerings from the Hellenistic Sargonic period. This entry directly precedes Lugal Terka, an epithet of Dagan. A father attestation comes from a list of cloth offerings from the reign of Zimri-Lim. The name of Nikurra is additionally well attested in texts from Ima. They attest the existence of a temple, a treasury, and additionally a gate and a street named in honor of this deity. This theonym appears in a number of offering lists too. A mountain named after Nikur is attested to local calendar. A Kisu festival dedicated to the Dagan, which apparently took place in the nearby settlement Saktapi, involving Nikur as well. The nature of the celebration is difficult to ascertain, though since the rites dedicated to Nikur involved a new Gatu, sometimes translated as mourning woman, as well as laying down her statue and making offers to underworld deities as a Shwala. It has been proposed that it commemorated the recent and subsequent return of a deity from the land of the dead. However, since much of the evidence is ambiguous, more cautious proposals are also present in scholarship. For example, that the Kisu commemorated the marriage of symbolic heteronymant of deities involved. Another Mariotti ritual dedicated to Niku involves specialist named Nagertu, the feminine form of Akkadian Nagiru through either the details of Papa Masino or the role of the human and snow. Para seguinte, elas podem presumo do Dagan usual spouse. The goddess named Baal Matina appear text from Marie. The association of Mari might be one of the same as Nikur. These can be found in Shalash space and presumed continuity of tradition pertaining to the late. Niku is a distant synonym of Nihursa. Nihursa is his sister, another his daughter. Also involved right name of Dagan, but unless the daughter also has the name of the mother, who was her auntie and mother at the same time, and her father was her uncle and father at the same time. I had a dream today. It was terrible. Not so terrible, but something like a information about people dying, and somebody came to tell who came to tell was an ex older sister-in-law of mine, who is my ex older sister, and she died in 2021 with cancer. She died in June 2021, and she was not happy, and she said she will punish her stepdaughter, who is married already, living in Pakistan, and her daughter is around, I think it's almost like my age. It's not very far away from my age, but she's younger than me just a little bit. And she said she will punish her, and also punish her daughter, who is in her like 50-year-old, 52-year-old daughter, biological daughter. Why? I don't know. She said she was not happy, and her brother, who is still alive, said that in the other side, I mean, he told me, because he wants to get with his sister, and he's told me that in the other side, people not understood, people not cared for, and people not loved in the other side. He told me that his sister had told me, and I don't talk to this person, I don't like to talk to this person. I break ties with them. But I don't know why these people come to me and tell all this information. So she was not happy. My sister, also my biological sister too, was at first she was not happy. Now she's more or less okay. She's trying to get along. I think she already found my mother. I have seen her, my mother, and it's my sister who passed. Another sister passed away in 2019. And this one who passed away in 2021 is trying to fit into the other side. The other one passed away in 2019. She's still this person. She's not totally yet, how to say, she's not in balance and control yet, but she's trying. I can see that she's trying. The other one also is not in control, but she's trying. She's trying to be the older one who passed on 2021. And now the sister-in-law came, and the sister-in-law and say that the other side nobody's caring for her, that she's not happy, and that there's no love in the other side, and she cannot find peace. And she was a nice lady, she was not a bad lady, she was a nice lady, had a simple life. So I don't understand why she's not happy. So this is all that I have for now. I really get so disheartened that we have to suffer here, and we go away from here, and we still have to suffer the other side with these monsters. And the more worse is who worship these monsters here.